Did you know that small changes can generate significant financial results? Imagine transforming your financial life, getting out of debt, and achieving the freedom you've always dreamed of. Today, we will explore effective strategies to get out of debt and never return to it. Over the years, helping people organize their finances, I've realized that there are proven methods that truly work. And that's exactly what I'm going to share with you today. Let us dive into a clear and practical action plan designed to help you regain control of your finances. But before we start, remember, the journey to financial freedom begins with a single step. And today, you are already taking that step by seeking knowledge and strategies to improve your financial life. Let's go. Many people face an endless cycle of debt that seems impossible to overcome. Do you also feel trapped in this cycle, where each month seems like a struggle to pay the bills and still not manage to get out of the hole? You are not alone. Millions of people around the world face this same challenge daily. Imagine the following situation. Joe, a dedicated professional, works hard every day, but at the end of the month, after paying all his bills, he realizes that almost nothing is left. He tries to save, but unexpected expenses always arise, and he ends up resorting to loans or credit cards to cover these unforeseen costs. Over time, interest accumulates, and debts only increase, becoming a snowball that's hard to control. This is the reality for many, but the good news is that there are effective strategies to reverse this situation. Throughout this video, we will explore how you can get out of debt and, more importantly, how to stay free from it. Let's start by better understanding your debts and how to organize them efficiently. Today, we will explore proven strategies to get out of debt, and the best part is that these strategies are accessible to anyone willing to follow a plan. Let's start by understanding your debts and how to organize them efficiently. Next, we will learn how to create a personal budget that really works for you. We will also cover how to cut unnecessary expenses, freeing up more money to pay off your debts. Additionally, we will discuss effective methods for debt repayment, such as the snowball method and the avalanche method, and how to negotiate with creditors for better terms. We will also explore ways to increase your income and the importance of creating an emergency fund to avoid new debts. Finally, we will talk about how to change financial habits to ensure you do not fall back into the cycle of debt. Each of these steps is crucial and, when combined, forms a powerful plan not only to get out of debt, but also to build a solid financial foundation for the future. Let's start with the first step, understanding your debts. This is the foundation upon which your entire financial plan will be built. Let's start by understanding why it is so crucial to get out of debt. Debts are not just a financial burden. They also affect your emotional and mental health. Being in debt can cause constant stress, affect your relationships, and limit your life opportunities. Imagine living without the pressure of accumulating bills, without the constant worry of how to pay the next loan. This is the freedom that comes with a debt-free life. Moreover, debts can prevent you from achieving your long-term financial goals, such as buying a house, traveling, or even retiring comfortably. When you are in debt, a significant portion of your income is directed towards paying interest, rather than being invested in your future. Let's visualize this with a practical example. Suppose you have a credit card with a balance of 5,000 reals and an annual interest rate of 18%. If you only pay the minimum monthly amount, say 150 reals, it will take years to pay off that debt, and you will end up paying much more than the original amount due to interest. This is the power of compound interest working against you. Therefore, the first step to regaining control of your finances is to fully understand your debts. This means listing all your debts, including to whom you owe, how much you owe, and the associated interest rates. Having this clear vision is essential for creating an effective plan to get out of debt. Now that we understand the importance of getting out of debt, let's dive into the first practical step, understanding and organizing your debts. This process is crucial because, without a clear understanding of what you owe, it's difficult to create an effective plan to get out of debt. Start by listing all your debts. This includes credit cards, personal loans, car loans, student loans, and any other form of debt you may have. For each debt, note the creditor, the outstanding balance, the interest rate, and the minimum monthly payment. You can use a simple spreadsheet or a debt management app for this. For example, imagine you have the following debts. Credit card A, $3,000 at 18% annual interest. Minimum payment of $90. Personal loan, $5,000 at 12% annual interest. Minimum payment of $150. Car loan, $15,000 at 9% annual interest. Minimum payment of $300. By listing your debts in this way, you will have a clear and organized view of what you owe. This not only helps you prioritize which debts to pay off first, but also to negotiate better terms with your creditors. Additionally, understanding your debts allows you to see the big picture and identify opportunities to consolidate debts or negotiate lower interest rates. This can save you money in the long run and speed up your path to becoming debt-free. With your debts clearly listed and organized, you are ready for the next step, creating a personal budget that works for you. Now that you have a clear view of your debts, the next step is to create a personal budget. A budget is essentially a plan for your money, helping you control your spending and ensure that you are directing enough funds to pay off your debts. Start by listing all your sources of income. This includes your salary, any freelance income, or other sources of income you may have. Next, list all your monthly expenses. This includes rent or mortgage, utilities, groceries, transportation, and any other regular expenses. Here's a simple example of how a budget can be structured. Monthly income, $4,000. Rent, $1,200. Utilities, $300. Groceries, $500. Transportation, $300 debt payment, $800 savings, $500 other expenses, $400 when creating a budget. It's important to be realistic about your expenses. If you underestimate your expenses, you may end up with a budget that is not sustainable. Use your bank statements and receipts from the last few months to get an accurate idea of where your money is going. Once you have a clear idea of your income and expenses, you can start identifying areas where you can cut back on spending. Remember, the goal here is to free up more money to pay off your debts. Even small cuts can add up to a big difference over time. With your budget in hand, you are on the right track to better manage your money and accelerate your plan to get out of debt. In the next chapter, we will explore how to cut unnecessary expenses to free up even more money for your financial goals. Now that you have a personal budget in place, it's time to examine your expenses and identify areas where you can cut unnecessary costs. This doesn't mean you need to live a life of deprivation, but rather make smart choices that prioritize your financial goals. Start by reviewing your expenses from the last few months. Look for patterns or recurring expenses that are not essential. This might include subscriptions you no longer use, frequently eating out, or buying items that are not necessary. Here are some practical tips for cutting expenses. Subscriptions and services. Cancel subscriptions to magazines, streaming services, or gym memberships that you don't use regularly. Food. Plan your meals for the week and shop with a list. This helps avoid impulse buys and reduces food waste. Shopping. Before making a purchase, especially for non-essential items, ask yourself if it's something you really need. Wait 24 hours before making the purchase to avoid impulsive decisions. Utilities. Save on utility bills by turning off lights when not in use, using less hot water, and adjusting the thermostat to save energy. Transportation. Consider using public transportation, carpooling, or biking to save on fuel and parking costs. Remember, the goal is to free up more money to pay off your debts and build your financial security. Even small cuts can make a big difference over time. With your expenses under control, you are ready to explore effective strategies for paying off your debts. Let's dive into that in the next chapter. Now that you have a budget and have cut unnecessary expenses, it's time to focus on effective strategies for paying off your debts. There are two popular methods that can help accelerate your path to becoming debt-free: the snowball method and the avalanche method. Snowball method. List your debts from the smallest to the largest balance. Pay the minimum on all debts except the smallest. Direct any extra money to the smallest debt until it is completely paid off. Once the smallest debt is paid off, move on to the next smallest debt, and so on. This method is great for maintaining motivation as you see debts being paid off quickly. Avalanche method. List your debts from the highest to the lowest interest rate. Pay the minimum on all debts except the one with the highest interest rate. Direct any extra money to the debt with the highest interest rate until it is completely paid off. Once the debt with the highest interest rate is paid off, move on to the next debt with the highest interest rate, and so on. This method can save you more money on interest over time. Choose the method that best suits your situation and personality. The important thing is to stay focused and disciplined in continuing to pay off your debts. Remember, each payment is a step closer to being debt-free. Now that you are equipped with strategies to pay off your debts, it's time to learn how to negotiate with your creditors. Many people don't realize that it's possible to negotiate better terms with creditors, which can greatly facilitate the debt repayment process. Here are some tips for negotiating with creditors. Be honest and direct. When contacting your creditors, be honest about your financial situation. Explain that you are committed to paying your debts, but are facing difficulties. Ask for lower interest rates. Many creditors are willing to reduce interest rates, especially if you have a good payment history. A lower interest rate can significantly reduce the total amount you will pay. Request a payment plan. If you are struggling to make minimum payments, ask about the possibility of a payment plan that better fits your current budget. Consider debt consolidation. If you have multiple debts, it may be advantageous to consolidate them into a single loan with a lower interest rate. This can simplify your payments and save money on interest. Keep records. Whenever you negotiate with keep detailed records of the conversation, including names, dates, and any agreements made. This can be useful if there are any disputes in the future. Remember, the goal of negotiation is to make your debts more manageable so you can pay them off more quickly. Even a small reduction in the interest rate or monthly payment can make a big difference over time. In the next chapter, we will explore ways to increase your income to further accelerate your path to becoming debt-free. In addition to managing your debts and expenses, increasing your income can significantly speed up your journey to becoming debt-free. There are several ways to do this, and we will explore some practical strategies that you can start implementing today. Freelance work. consider offering your skills on freelance platforms. Whether it's writing, graphic design, programming, or any other skill you have, there is a demand for freelance work in many areas. Selling unused items. We all have items at home that we no longer use. Selling these items can be a quick way to free up some extra cash. Consider using online platforms to sell clothes, electronics, books, or anything else that's gathering dust. Skill development. Invest time in learning new skills that can increase your This can be through online courses, workshops, or even self-taught learning. The more skills you have, the more opportunities you will have to increase your income. Part-time jobs. If your schedule allows, consider taking on a part-time job. This can be something temporary just to help pay off your debts more quickly. Passive income. Explore ways to create passive income. This can include investing in dividend-paying stocks, renting out a spare room in your home, or even creating online content that generates income over time. Increasing your income not only helps you pay off your debts more quickly, but can also provide additional financial security. Remember, every extra dollar you earn can be directed towards your debts, accelerating your path to financial freedom. In the next chapter, we will discuss the importance of creating an emergency fund to avoid new debts in the future. Now that you are on the right path to paying off your debts and increasing your income, it is crucial to create an emergency fund. An emergency fund is essentially money set aside to cover unexpected expenses, such as car repairs, medical expenses, or job loss. Having an emergency fund can prevent you from having to resort to debt to cover these expenses, helping to maintain your financial stability. Here's how you can start creating your emergency fund. Set a goal. A good starting point is to have 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses covered. This may seem like a lot, but remember, you don't have to build your emergency fund overnight. Start small. If saving 3 to 6 months worth of expenses seems daunting, start with a smaller goal, such as $1,000, and build from there. Automate your savings. Set up an automatic transfer to your savings account every time you receive your salary. This ensures that you are consistently saving without having to think about it. Keep your emergency fund separate. It is important to keep your emergency fund in a separate account from your checking account. This helps to prevent you from spending the money on non-emergency expenses. Use only for emergencies. Remember, this money is only for real emergencies. Avoid the temptation to use it for non-essential expenses. Having an emergency fund provides peace of mind and financial security. Knowing that you have a financial cushion can alleviate much of the stress that comes with unexpected events. In the next chapter, we will explore how to change financial habits to ensure that you do not fall back into the cycle of debt. Changing financial habits is crucial to ensure that you do not fall back into the cycle of debt. Here are some strategies to help develop healthy financial habits. Set clear financial goals. Having clear goals can help you stay focused and motivated. Whether it's saving for an emergency fund, paying off debt, or investing for the future, having a goal in mind can guide your financial decisions. Track your spending. Use an app or spreadsheet to track your spending. This can help you identify areas where you may be overspending and where you can cut back. Automate savings and investments. Set up automatic transfers to your savings and investment accounts. This ensures that you are consistently saving and investing without having to think about it. Review your budget regularly. As your life changes, so should your budget. Review your budget monthly to ensure it still fits your needs and goals. Educate yourself financially. The more you know about personal finance, the better equipped you will be to make informed decisions. Consider reading books, attending workshops, or even following blogs or channels about personal finance. Avoid impulse spending. Before making a purchase, especially for non-essential items, give yourself a waiting period. This can help you determine if you really need the item or if it's just a passing desire. Changing financial habits takes time and effort, but the benefits are worth it. By developing healthy financial habits, you can not only get out of debt, but also build a solid financial foundation for the future. In the next chapter, we will conclude with strategies to stay debt-free in the long term. Congratulations on making it this far. You now have a clear plan and effective strategies to get out of debt and stay debt-free. Let's quickly recap what we've discussed. Understanding your debts. Listing and organizing your debts is the crucial first step in creating an effective plan to get out of them. Creating a personal budget. A budget helps you control your spending and ensures you are directing enough funds to pay off your debts. Cutting unnecessary expenses. Identifying and eliminating superfluous expenses can free up more money for your financial goals. Strategies for paying off debts. Methods like the snowball and avalanche can help accelerate your path to becoming debt-free. Negotiating with creditors. Negotiating better terms with creditors can greatly facilitate the debt repayment process. Increasing your income. Increasing your income can speed up your journey to becoming debt-free. Additional financial security. Creating an emergency fund. An emergency fund can prevent you from having to resort to debt to cover unexpected expenses. Changing financial habits. Developing healthy financial habits is crucial to ensure you do not fall back into the cycle of debt. Remember, the path to financial freedom is a journey, not a destination. Continue following your budget, avoiding impulsive spending, and prioritizing your financial goals. With discipline and consistency, you can not only get out of debt, but also build a solid financial foundation for the future. Thank you for watching. And remember, every step you take towards financial freedom is a step towards a more peaceful and prosperous life. Keep going, and you will achieve your financial goals. If you found this video helpful, do you want to forget to like and subscribe to the channel for more tips and strategies on managing your finances and achieving financial freedom? Share this video with friends or family who might also benefit from this information. And do you forget to leave a comment below sharing which strategy you are most excited to implement, or if you have any tips of your own that have helped you manage your debts. Additionally, check out the video description for more resources and tools that can help you on your financial journey. Thank you for watching, and remember, every step you take today is an investment in your financial future. Let's embark on this journey to financial freedom together.